The United Arab Emirates, they sent a plane full of medical supplies to Palestine, right? And the Palestinians refused. They refused the aid. They said, no, we don't want it. Now, you might be thinking like, what? Why would they do that? Let me show you. Let me show you why they would do that. Palestinian Authority rejects UAE aid sent via Israeli airport. Okay. The Palestinians say sending medical aid through Tel Aviv is a cover for normalization of ties with Israel. So the Palestinian Authority, the PA, has rejected an aid shipment from the UAE, according to the Palestinian health minister. In a news conference on Thursday, the health minister said her country refused to receive the medical aid as the Emirati side ignored to coordinate with them. The UAE has not coordinated with us regarding the medical aid, and we reject to receive it without coordination. We are a sovereign country, and they should have coordinated with us first. The aid arrived at Israel's Ben Gurion Airport in Tel Aviv. I mean, what do you think of that? Do these countries think we're stupid or something? If you are going to send aid to another country, then treat them like another country. You notify them in advance, right? You bring it to them. This is a joke. This is insulting. It really is insulting. Not about the medical aid. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Listen, let me explain something to you. Maybe a lot of you don't understand this. The majority of Arab countries don't have ties with Israel, with the Zionist occupation, which is normal because why would you have ties with an imaginary country? But Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Qatar, and Oman a little bit, they have been trying to normalize relations with Israel under the table, covertly, for quite some time now. For quite some time. Okay. And, I mean, one of their most overt, blatant projects from recent times is the war in Syria, right? They're all of them are working together to try and get rid of the Syrian government. It's like they don't even bother hiding it. Cover for normalization. On Tuesday, an Emirati flight carrying medical aid for Palestinians landed at an Israeli airport after taking off from Abu Dhabi, marking the first public flight between the two states, despite the UAE not having any official ties with Israel. Etihad Airways, the state-owned air carrier, confirmed the flight. Etihad Airways operated a dedicated humanitarian cargo flight from Abu Dhabi to Tel Aviv on 19 May to provide medical supplies to the Palestinians. This Zionist journalist tweeted 2 photos of the aircraft with the caption, "To Palestinians with love from Abu Dhabi through Israel." That's like condescending, honestly. What a joke. The UAE authorities did not coordinate with the state of Palestine before sending the aid, adding that Palestinians refused to be a bridge for Arab countries seeking to have normalized ties with Israel. They asserted that any assistance meant to be sent to the Palestinian people should be coordinated with the PA first. Sending them directly to Israel constitutes a cover for normalization. They're right. Again, man, they got no ties with Israel, with the Zionists, no embassy, no flights. And now all of a sudden, the first flight ever to help the Palestinians. Oh, they care so much about Palestinians. And where does the plane arrive? Ben Gurion Airport, which is, their JFK basically. What, you couldn't bring it to Egypt? What's wrong with Egypt? Why didn't that plane go to Egypt, for example? Or any of the neighboring countries? Why Israel? The Zionist occupation. Bit weird, but not surprising. So unlike Jordan and Egypt, both of which signed peace treaties with the Zionists in 1978 and 1994, respectively, other Arab states officially deny having ties with the Zionists, which have been occupying Palestinian territories for decades. In recent years, however, several Gulf states, such as the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Oman, have cultivated covert ties with Israel. All right. So this shithead over here, he said in 2018, there's an alignment of Israel and other countries in the Middle East that would have been unimaginable 10 years ago. Certainly in my lifetime. Yeah, okay. 2 months later in March, Saudi Arabia allowed a Zionist-bound passenger plane to cross through its airspace for the first time ever, breaking a 70-year ban. This is why we can't have nice things, because you have some Arab countries, kingdoms, who are prostituting themselves to the Zionists and to the imperialists. It's a shame. It's a real shame. And it's not really the people's fault. It's their governments, their kingdoms, right? Where's the love for Palestine? Where's the fight for Palestine? They don't give a shit. Well done. If they really wanted to jack up oil prices and see tomorrow morning if Washington, D.C. doesn't come begging for a Palestinian state. But no, they won't do that. Wonderful, right? This is the Arab unity that we so desperately seek. This is what happens, this is what happens when white people, when French, when British colonialists come and fuck everything up. Right? What a shame. And adding insult to injury, acting like they give a fuck about Palestinians. How disgusting. How low.